Landlords Podcast.
Welcome to the Lord's Minute, our quick hit video series where we break down all the biggest happenings in gaming and beyond. I'm your host, Josh Redding, editor-in-chief of Lords of Gaming, and with me today is Shaun, one of our new editors and scribe of the month. Our question for the day is, how good is the newest Xbox exclusive? And what I'm talking about is the latest release from Xbox Game Studios in a kind of an unusual collaboration with the Krispy Kreme donut company. And this release has been just the talk of the town here in the UK. It's an exclusive from August 2nd to the 22nd. And I was lucky enough to get hands-on with one of these bad boys. And but Shaun, you're down south and you didn't quite manage to get hands-on with one. How do you feel knowing that there's just a dearth of donuts in your neck of the woods?
It's absolutely gutting, I must admit. I went everywhere. I went to my local Tesco. I went to Sainsbury's just from pot chance of getting one, but nowhere has them. And the nearest Krispy Kreme to me is 15 miles away. So I haven't quite plucked up the courage to do a 5-hour walk yet to get there.
Well, by car in the UK, that's like an hour and a half.
Is it?
Who knows if they'll even be in stock? You know, it's just there's shortages all across the UK. There. Yeah, I would absolutely queue for this just on visible look alone. I haven't tried it yet. I've been saving it in its nice pristine box. So we're going to have a bit of an unboxing here. I can describe how the box looks. It is a rectangle with a clear image of a donut on the inside of it. It's seemingly well constructed. The cardboard is a little flimsy, but it really lets you treat yourself with your eyes before you buy, which I appreciate. So we're now opening the box. Now, the donut itself is round. It has a bit of icing sugar on the top of it, or powdered sugar for those across the pond. And it is in the shape of the trademark Xbox 360 X, that kind of ball shape. It seems to be filled with some kind of a chocolate or well, maybe a brownie filling. This was called the Nexus donuts when I purchased it. How do you feel about the name, the Nexus?
I like it. It's edgy and futuristic Nexus level donut. But I wonder, does it have the new box smell to it? Your new donut box smell.
You know, it does have a pretty quality smell to it. It smells like a donut has been sitting in here since breakfast time, and you know, just the aroma has wafted to my nostrils, and I can't get enough of it. Actually, I might just set the donut down and just stick with the new box smell. It's really quite something. What do you think? Think we should bite into this?
Yeah, go for it.
Will you be too jealous if I eat it on air? Will you be able to contain your?
I'm already as jealous as I can get. Just looking at it.
All right, so we're gonna give this bad boy a shot. All right, high quality mouthfeel. So the donut itself, nice and soft. Doesn't have any of like the rich glazing that you would expect of like a traditional regular Krispy Kreme donut. The top frosting layer has some kind of a bit of a tanginess to it that I didn't quite expect. I just figured it would be regular icing with maybe some green food coloring, but there's a definite tinge of some kind of flavoring. I can't quite pick out what it is. The donut itself, dense, as you would expect. The filling, though, I didn't get a good bit of the filling, so I'm gonna give it another go.
Go in for seconds.
I'm gonna try to isolate the filling from the rest of the donut. All right. So the filling appears to be a chocolate brownie type filling. There seems to be small chunks of what seems to be brownie inside of the filling, which is unusual. I don't know that I've ever had a brownie fudge type filling in a donut before.
No,
not what I expected from the Xbox brand, to be honest.
I'm surprised it's not green inside. I must admit, I thought they'd go with like a green coloring.
I do feel like that is a misapplication of the branding of the Xbox. Though the Xbox Series X does come only in black, I believe. I don't know. Yeah. I haven't seen one of those in the wild either. So I've checked my local Tesco's. I've checked Sainsbury's. I can't find an Xbox Series X anywhere. No. Maybe they have some in Exeter. I must say it's a nice donut. It's,
Yeah.
it's not super flashy. It's rather subtle actually. It doesn't have high highs, doesn't have low lows, but it is a rock solid release.
Plods
Something
along.
that, yeah, Xbox has struggled, I think, in the past to really just nail the mid-tier releases.
Mm.
Uh, Rise Son of Rome was kind of mediocrely released. They have the big heavy hitters and Forza and Gears of War, but the crackdowns of the world, and now the Nexus. Um, if they called it the Nexus, you'd think they could have tied it in with the Scarlet Nexus.
You would think there's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, and had some red filling on the inside. Um, Shaun, do you think this donut will come to Game Pass?
I could see Xbox and Krispy Kreme going the route of, instead of sort of single release donuts, I could see them going down the subscription route. So you pay, say, $9.99 a month to get access to like a rotation of different donuts available at Krispy
That's a
Kreme.
fantastic
That's what
idea.
I'd like to see.
That is the dream right there.
The only thing I'd be worried about is obviously you're halfway through your donut now, is the replayability of them, because
that's very true.
It's not going to last long. It definitely wouldn't last long with me, I must admit.
Yes, it is a bite-sized chunk, if you will, of the game. That's what I've experienced so far. And you're absolutely right, though. It seems like this is a one and done. I'm gonna have a single sitting with this and wrap it up, and I'll be done with it for hopefully not forever. I might go back for a second to this. Yeah, no new donut. When I went to look at Tesco's where I purchased my donut, very reasonably priced too. It was a £1.80 to purchase the single donut. So, I think we've had about 2.5 bites so far for £1.80. So in terms of bang for your buck for the donut, I think it's a pretty decent value. And I'm only about halfway through it. I could eat the whole thing on air, but I wouldn't want to make you too jealous. And
stop drooling.
Nobody watches a let's play of a whole game. You really just want just a single chapter. So but I think there were not many left. I think that people are curious about it, and I think people have been giving it a try. And I'll be curious to see. We were able to secure this review copy immediately after launch. It launched on Tuesday. We've now got our copy here on Thursday. Wednesday? What day? Today's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
I've been building myself there. But they're, like you said, they're hard to come by, and I wish it would have launched on Game Pass. Everything's better on Game Pass. I think that is Microsoft's killer app, and the fact that there isn't a Game Pass tie-in to this, it's a real loss.
Well, hopefully availability increases once the powdered sugar shortage is over.
That's true. It's crippling entire industries. And I think the question that must be asked is what comes next? What's the next big collaboration that what's the next third party that Microsoft reaches out to? Or do they acquire Krispy Kreme and bring them in-house as a new first party developer?
Ooh, that's a big one. Acquire them and turn them into a donut design labs. So you create your own style donut.
Yes, you got the icing layer, you got the filling layer. You can choose ring or solid donut. I don't have the donut vocabulary for this. But no, the donut design lab I think would pair magnificently. And so you could order your custom-made Xbox controller and just flanked by a half dozen donuts right along the rim.
Or get a Xbox headset, but it's just donuts either side of it.
Ooh, that's very tempting. I'm not sure how sanitary it is, but that's very tempting.
But would
the connection also be edible, like a long john? Maybe
that could be like a yum yum.
Oh,
yes, just over the side.
That's perfect. Or a chocolate twist. I think.
Yes.
I think there's a lot. The twist has the kind of X shape of the intertwining threads.
It does, yeah.
I think that could work. Yeah, I think that about does it for it. I'll have to see about shipping one to you. We'll see what the shipping costs are
Thanks.
for the Nexus to get you in on this action. But we know they're in high demand, and it is a bit of a surprise that it launched exclusive to the UK. America has such a strong donut culture that it's kind of surprising, but maybe they need to work on the localization so that it really hits the markets that all 4 quadrants that they're looking to get this donut out to. But that's what happens when you launch a new generation. It's just hardware shortages, and you got to do a test rollout first. So,
Small
Shaun,
steps.
you got any other questions about the Nexus donut?
No, my main worry was taste over texture, because it's good having something looking good, but how it tastes is the main thing. So as long as it tastes good.
Yeah, my review of this feel, I think I would give it like an 8.5 in terms of design. It was a little oblong, not exactly a perfect sphere, though I do like the fashion of the X. But you're right that the color of the filling could have been more well matched to either Scarlet Nexus or to the green of the Xbox. So I think design is a solid 7, and in terms of taste, I quite enjoyed it, and I can see myself going back for more. So I'm gonna give it an 8.5 on taste as well, and I think my sum score for this donut is an 8. This is an 8 donut.
It's not half bad.
And as soon as we finish this Lord's Minute, it will be an 8 donut. Thank you for tuning into the Lord's Minutes. Shaun, you've been an excellent co-host. We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at lordsgaming.net. I'm Josh Redding, the editor-in-chief, and until next time, this has been the Lord's Minute.